Right now, while you're watching this, thousands of businesses are quietly offloading hours of human work onto AI systems, not replacing entire departments, not eliminating entire careers overnight, just the repetitive, time-consuming tasks that used to eat through people's days, handled automatically in seconds. For the last 30 days, I went deep into the world of AI automation. I studied the tools, I analyzed how real businesses are actually using them. I tested workflows, read through case studies, and kept coming back to one central question. Is AI automation a genuine shift in how work gets done, or is it the latest version of tech industry hype? Because depending on who you ask, AI is either the greatest productivity leap in history or an existential threat to the workforce. After a month of looking past the headlines and into actual business operations, I found something more nuanced than either of those takes. The biggest opportunity in this space isn't building the next AI company. It's understanding how automation is quietly reshaping the economics of everyday work. And some businesses are already using it to save hundreds of hours, run leaner teams, and generate more output with fewer resources. Here's exactly what I found. Before getting into the findings, it's worth establishing what AI automation actually means, because the term gets used loosely in ways that create a lot of confusion. Most people hear AI automation and picture robots displacing workers. That mental image is dramatic, but it's not particularly accurate for what's happening right now across most industries. AI automation, in practical terms, is using artificial intelligence to perform tasks that previously required human input. Sorting and responding to emails, generating reports from raw data, scheduling and routing, drafting content, handling repetitive customer support inquiries, organizing and summarizing information, managing lead generation workflows. For decades, these tasks fell to people. Now AI can complete many of them in a fraction of the time, often in seconds. And this distinction matters enormously. AI automation is mostly replacing individual tasks, not entire roles. A marketing manager is still needed, but instead of spending 6 hours building a report manually, AI generates it in minutes, freeing that person to focus on strategy and decisions. A customer support team still exists, but AI handles the routine, high-volume inquiries before a human ever needs to get involved. That framing, tasks, not jobs, became one of the most important anchors in my research, because once you understand it, the whole picture looks a lot more practical and a lot less science fiction. The first thing that struck me was how unglamorous most AI automation actually is. When people imagine AI in business, they picture cutting-edge technology doing something visually impressive. The reality is far more understated, and that's precisely what makes it valuable. Consider a business receiving 500 customer emails every day. Without automation, staff read each one, categorize it, determine priority, and draft a response. With AI automation, incoming messages are sorted and flagged automatically, response drafts are generated in seconds, and human attention is reserved for the cases that genuinely need it. Nobody sees this happening. It doesn't make headlines. It's not the kind of thing that gets posted about on social media. But across a month, it saves hundreds of hours of operational time. This pattern repeated throughout my research. The most effective AI implementations weren't the most sophisticated or the most technically ambitious. They were solving specific, repetitive operational problems, the unglamorous work that consumes enormous amounts of time when done manually. Businesses weren't asking philosophical questions about the future of AI. They were asking something far more immediate. Can this save me 5 hours this week? Can it reduce the time my team spends on this particular process? And when you multiply 5 hours per person across a team of 50 or 100 people, the numbers become significant very quickly. That cumulative efficiency is what's driving adoption. Not excitement about the technology itself, but practical, measurable gains in how work gets done. The biggest myth about AI. The second thing I discovered pushed back against one of the most common narratives in the space. AI is nowhere near as autonomous as the most vocal corners of the internet suggest. There's a version of the story that gets repeated constantly. The reality is that most AI systems still require meaningful human oversight. They make mistakes, they misread context, they can follow a well-structured prompt with impressive accuracy one moment and produce something completely off base the next. Anyone who has worked with these tools in production environments knows that the outputs require review and the workflows require maintenance. What I found consistently across the businesses getting the best results was a different framing entirely. They don't treat AI as a replacement for human workers. They treat it as an amplifier. Think of it this way. AI is an extremely fast, extremely tireless assistant. It can process information at scale, handle repetitive execution, and surface options quickly, but someone still needs to set the direction, review the output, and make the calls that require real judgment. The most effective organizations are pairing human strategic thinking with AI operational speed. Humans define the goal. AI accelerates the execution. Humans evaluate the results. AI helps organize the next round of inputs. That combination, judgment plus efficiency, is what's producing measurable results. The narrative that AI will autonomously run businesses and displace knowledge workers wholesale isn't what the data supports right now. What's actually happening is more incremental and more interesting. AI is making skilled workers significantly more productive, and that has its own set of implications. The real economics. One of the more revealing parts of this research was understanding the economic logic driving adoption. The core equation is straightforward. If an employee spends 2 hours per day on repetitive administrative tasks, that's roughly 500 hours per year of work that isn't strategy, isn't creative output, and isn't decision-making. It's process. If AI reduces that by half, you've recovered significant capacity. And when that math plays out across a full organization, the impact on output and profitability becomes substantial. That's why executives are paying attention, not because AI is culturally exciting right now, but because efficiency translates directly into margins. What surprised me, though, was where the adoption is moving fastest. It's not necessarily the largest companies. Smaller organizations are in many cases moving more quickly because they have fewer approval layers, more flexibility to experiment, and less legacy infrastructure to work around. A small, well-equipped team using AI strategically can now compete with organizations significantly larger than itself. That's a genuinely new dynamic. Historically, scale gave large companies an inherent advantage. More resources, more capacity, more reach. AI is compressing that advantage. Smaller teams can now access capabilities that previously required substantial headcount and budget. That shift in competitive dynamics is one of the most consequential trends I identified across the entire research period. The rise of the lean business. This was probably the finding that surprised me most. We may be entering a period where one person, or a very small team, can accomplish what previously required an entire department. Not because individuals have changed, but because the tools available to them have become dramatically more capable. A solo operator today can use AI to produce written content, build and run marketing campaigns, handle initial customer inquiries, analyze performance data, create design assets, draft proposals, research competitors, and manage complex workflows, all with a fraction of the time those tasks would have required a few years ago. This doesn't mean that business fundamentals suddenly stop mattering. Having a clear value proposition still matters. Understanding your customers still matters. Execution and judgment still matter enormously. AI doesn't replace the thinking. It compresses the doing. But the cost of operating a business is falling. The infrastructure required to compete is becoming more accessible. And that's creating a category of business, lean, nimble, AI-augmented, that simply didn't exist at this scale before. Some analysts call it the lean business. Others call it the one-person company. The label is less important than the trend. AI is giving individuals access to leverage that previously required teams, and from everything I observed, this trend is still in its early stages. The skills that will matter. 30 days of research brought me to a clear conclusion about where professional value is shifting. In the past, a significant portion of professional value came from performing tasks, executing processes, producing outputs, managing information manually. As AI takes on more of that execution layer, the relative value of a different set of skills increases. Judgment, strategic thinking, problem solving, the ability to ask better questions and identify the right problems to solve in the first place, communication and leadership. Creativity, particularly the kind that connects ideas across domains in ways that aren't easily systematized. These are the capabilities that become more valuable in an environment where AI handles more of the procedural work. The concern that AI will reduce the need for human intelligence gets the direction backwards. When AI increases the speed and scale of execution, the quality of the decisions driving that execution matters more, not less. A flawed strategy executed efficiently is still a flawed strategy. An automated process built around the wrong assumptions produces wrong outputs faster. What most people are getting wrong. Here's the pattern I kept noticing throughout this research, and I think it explains a lot of the confusion around AI right now. Most people are focused on the technology. The more useful lens is the transformation it enables. Every major technological shift follows a recognizable arc. Early on, attention concentrates on the tool itself, its capabilities, its limitations, its novelty. Then, over time, the focus shifts to what the tool makes possible, what behaviors change, what becomes cheaper or faster or more accessible, what business models emerge that couldn't have existed before. The internet's significance wasn't that websites existed, it was that it fundamentally changed how people communicate, access information, and conduct commerce. The smartphone's significance wasn't the touchscreen, it was the behavioral shift. Always connected, location-aware, instant access to virtually anything. AI automation follows the same logic. The software itself isn't the story. The story is what happens to productivity, accessibility, and competitive dynamics when this kind of capability becomes widely available. That's why I think the conversation will continue to matter long after the current wave of hype settles. Underneath the noise, businesses are solving real operational problems and recovering real time, and time is one resource that every organization consistently treats as scarce and valuable. The biggest takeaway. If I had to distill 30 days of research into a single conclusion, it would be this: AI automation is neither the instant solution its most enthusiastic advocates describe, nor the catastrophic disruption its harshest critics warn about. It's a tool, a genuinely powerful one, but a tool nonetheless. And like every transformative technology that came before it, its impact is determined primarily by how people choose to use it. Some organizations will apply AI thoughtfully, solve real problems, and become measurably more effective. Others will adopt it reactively, without a clear strategy, and introduce new inefficiencies in the process. Some individuals will develop the skills to work alongside these systems and significantly expand what they're capable of. Others will resist the shift and find themselves at a growing disadvantage. Technology doesn't determine these outcomes. Decisions do. After 30 days of researching AI automation, here's where I landed. AI isn't replacing everything, but it is changing how work gets done, and doing so faster than most people realize. The businesses that understand automation are becoming more operationally efficient. The individuals developing these skills are gaining meaningful leverage. The organizations that adapt early are building advantages that compound over time. Nobody can say with certainty what the next 5 years look like in detail, but one thing is clear: understanding how AI automation works, where it adds value and where it falls short, is becoming a fundamental professional competency, not just for technologists, but for anyone operating in the modern economy. And the encouraging part is that the entry point isn't as steep as it might seem. You don't need an engineering background. You don't need to launch a software company. You don't need an expensive tech stack. You need a clear-eyed understanding of what these tools can and can't do, and the discipline to apply them where they actually create value. Because the people who navigate this well won't be defined by how much technology they have access to. They'll be defined by how intelligently they use it. If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, subscribing keeps more of it coming. We cover AI, technology, business, and the trends quietly reshaping how the world works. And I'll leave you with one question. Over the next decade, do you think AI automation creates more opportunity than disruption, or the other way around? Let me know in the comments.